I can't see what we're supposed to call Slack. I'm on Slack here. Yeah, I know. So your announcements or calendar. Let's see. Let's check calendar. That's the 19th. That's 20th. It's usually.
Yeah, I've heard that before too.
Facebook, not ours, but the big one. They have a blast every morning, says when and where we're calling.
Okay. Stay, phone banking, CSD, that's ours, right? Yeah, that doesn't stay in here. That's just a calendar.
Yeah.
Maybe it's on Facebook.
Okay, maybe I'll check.
Like John said, it was like the main Facebook page on
Facebook, so it'll be under the main Facebook site.
They have a morning blast.
What is it called? Like Andrew Yang for president?
You know what? You know, my parents. My parents also voted Trump in 2016, but this year they're all about Andrew Yang. And I think, you know, I hate to like sound like I'm all about just promoting Andrew Yang, but the reason I'm doing this is because it's touched my own family, and I hear what you say when you mention that there's welfare programs available, but there's so much like you're averse to the welfare programs, even though you know. It may be that at one point you might need it, right? And the thing with the Trump supporters, how to convince them is, you know, maybe they're so stuck on Trump being a smart or whatever. Maybe what they need is another alternative that's even better. And that's what eventually worked for my parents, because I couldn't convince my parents that Trump was bad because they think that it's just the press making it seem like he's bad. But however, I showed them Andrew Yang, and they're like, wow, this guy's even better. And, you know, a lot of my friends who used to vote Trump in 2016, the minute I show them some of Andrew Yang's long-form interviews, they're like, wow, this guy cares about Trump, you know, the Trump's base even more than Trump does. Not just cares, but he actually has solutions that work, and not just for Trump's base, obviously, but for all Americans, which includes Trump's base. So yeah, that's why I'm so excited about this guy, and I'm like, you know, even to the point where I'm cold calling people for him. Yeah. Oh, and one thing I wanted to say, and what I wanted to say that I think might apply specifically to you is, I don't know if you're aware of Andrew Yang's flagship proposal is a freedom dividend of $1,000 a month to every American citizen over 18. And his whole thing is, you know, yeah, yeah, right,
That's my pen, right?
yeah, right, okay, yeah, and that's just,
Really?
yeah,
Okay, so it's not called. Yeah.
okay,
Okay, so I've got the speakerphone on.
Yeah. You don't need to have the speakerphone on, right?
I
You would rather have it on?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, now, so here,
It's gonna be working in here. Okay.
It looks like that every day with all that stuff at the time.
Oh shit. Okay.
That was from this morning, but it didn't really give, usually it gives more detail at times.
right, and with the trade war, it's going to get crazy. I mean, it's crazy now, right?
So.
Yeah.
So only when there's a beat, then the call starts. Yeah. Yeah. So you'll notice when it comes out.
And are you aware that the freedom dividend stacks on top of Social Security, so you'll be getting both?
This is what it looks like.
hello,
That's what the post looks like. That's what John showed me.
hello,
Everyone in that group.
Hi.
Okay.
I'm doing a survey.
Yeah.
On the presidential day.
I see.
Were you able to watch?
I'm glad I'm making these calls then.
Yeah. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
So do you have the script available to you? Is it big enough to see and all that?
Not
Because
yet.
on here, it'll
Yeah.
tell you
Mhm.
exactly.
I'm getting this way. Okay.
Great.
So can you don't wait for them to load and just start talking, because otherwise there's a delay for that.
Okay, how do I get out of here?
Okay, so you don't need to get out.
I know. I'm so angry about that. Yeah.
So what
Are you connected?
did you
I
talk
know.
to?
I talked to someone and I said
Yeah.
things about her opinion on the presidential campaign, and she said that she wasn't interested in talking.
Okay, then you just say next call, no contact.
Next call, no contact.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't really you're not sure you contacted the person you're supposed to, and then you're ready for another call.
Mhm.
It'll give you a choice, ready or not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we're gonna go ready.
Yeah. So then go save.
Why say?
Just go. Now go.
Say.
Go. Yep. Now they're trying to connect you to the next call.
Okay.
So when you hear the beep, launch in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have to say, where's my script? Give it away.
It will do. Once
No.
it will pop up.
Okay.
So it's not for what I did.
Mm-hmm.
Will it pop up when it beeps?
Yeah, it'll pop up when it beeps. Actually, it'll beep first and then pop up. But you know what to say. Yeah. Just say hi.
Hi. Hello?
This is. She doesn't use it here. She said she needs headphones so she can get that working for her. Because she can use regular headphones and still talk into the phone, but it doesn't have a mic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I want you to get comfortable with it.
Yeah, there's a lot of politicians that are in there just to be politicians. They're not really there to make a difference. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Or do I have to have some, like, I need one with the mic that I can talk to?
Mm-hmm.
You can try this. I tried it in the morning.
Mhm.
It didn't work too well.
Okay.
But you just gotta plug this into your
Into my
Mhm.
phone?
phone. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can get it.
So then you shut those off.
Hmm.
Then you can hear everything and you just talk to your phone. You don't even have to pick it up, you can just leave it laying on the table.
But did I finish with that call?
Yes, you did finish with that call. If you see this is not green, it's finished. So then I don't think you called. So you just, yeah. Sometimes if you don't push anything,
I don't understand what the ACD means. I don't understand what the direct means.
yeah.
ACD is where I'm gonna.
You don't
That's
need.
what I'm supposed to hit?
No. You hit these directions.
You know what? I think
Oh,
might
next call.
What's your name?
Elaine.
Elaine, what might be helpful is if you sit next to someone who's doing it, just watching you a couple of calls, you can see what they're doing, where they're hitting, what
Are
comes
you
up.
doing calls?
That will be just a second, so I get logged in.
She's a pronouncer expert.
Well, I'm a teacher too, so that helps.
Okay. I'll do it.
Yeah, so let me get logged in, because I'm not great at this yet either, but I have done it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you find it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you guys, look.
Yes. Would you like it? I've read it to the audio.
Whatever it costs, whatever it costs. I want to get what? You got it. I was right.
Yeah, I got my last one. I listened to the audio, but I went back to see all the graphs and charts and stuff. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, I use it some.
Yeah.
There's the audio. Pretty good.
And he told me about it, and I did find it, and I just started listening
No,
to
I
it.
understand. Took me.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we just have to we got to present these people a better option. And yeah, what I tell my friends is just Andrew Yang's actually got a plan. Yeah, right. Hey, would it be okay if I tell you a little bit more about the freedom dividend? Because I think being, not having access to social media, you may have missed a couple things that are specific to you. And yeah. Um, so one, it stacks on top of Social Security, and when he first came out with the policy, at first it didn't. At first you'd have to opt out of Social Security, but he listened to his constituents, and everybody's like, you got to help these people out. It's kind of, and so he modified his policy, updated it so that it stacks on top of Social Security. So, I mean, not only are you going to personally benefit, but here's a guy who actually listens to his constituents and adjusts his policies based on feedback. And unfortunately, you're not if you're not getting YouTube or stuff like that. But if you were to watch him in interviews and in these town halls, the way he engages with people, he actually takes questions. And he doesn't evade any questions like most politicians up there. So I'm wondering. Okay.
So, hi.
Mm-hmm.
So, I deleted that tweet because the Rochelle, I don't know, I only told Chris about this. Rochelle, the tweet that got tweeted.
The nomination?
Because,
Oh, she didn't want her picture on.
yeah, did she call you?
No.
Oh,
But I
okay.
don't have her.
Yeah. Rochelle called me and was like super distressed. She was like, what happened?
Yeah.
Like,
Because he's too young.
that's all good.
Take another one.
Yeah.
I thought that I was just taking like the next day. I'll order something Sunday evening and it comes Monday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Role model.
That's it. You order it, it's the closest center they have.
Mm-hmm. Well, the good thing about Yang is his promises sound very like he's promising everybody $1,000 a month. I mean, that's such a good deal that most people, when they hear that, they think that can't be real. They think it's a gimmick, but then when they look into it, Yang has a payment plan, and he's all about math. So when he proposes something, it's already all the way thought through. And I'm just wondering, how can I get information to you about Yang and his policies? Do you have email? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, then what I'll take. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Me too. You know what happened to me? I've been a lifelong independent, and this year it was kind of the most difficult thing that I could do is kind of swallow my pride and register as a Democrat because I need to in California to vote for Yang. But otherwise, I've been a lifelong independent too. So, yeah. Um, mhm. Like caucuses or something like that. State fair. Mm.
Hey, hi. This is Jeffrey. I'm a volunteer with Andrew Yang's presidential campaign. I was wondering if you are available today to talk about the election in 2020. Hello?
Hmm. 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 Yeah, I know. right? The label. Some people are so stuck on labels.
I'm a volunteer with YangGang's presidential campaign. I was wondering if Eunice is available today to talk about the election. Oh, okay. Well, that's too bad. I was wondering if you want to talk about.
Hi, my name's Chris. I'm calling from San Diego, California, on behalf of the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is Claudia available?
Hi, nice to join you.
Hi, this is Jeffrey.
Oh, okay.
I'm a volunteer with
I'm so sorry. I appreciate your time. Thank you. All right, bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We are calling Iowa.
Well, I was wondering if you would be interested in talking about the.
Here's a little quiz for you. There, and I saw this in the headline, the social media headlines just earlier today. There's two candidates in the Democratic field right now that's winning over former Trump supporters by over 10%.
Hi,
Do you know who those two are?
Chris. I'm calling from San Diego, California, on behalf of the Andrew Yang presidential
Mm-hmm.
campaign. Is Desria available?
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually.
So it's actually Andrew Yang and Bernie Sanders.
I think all the information.
So Andrew Yang is already, they polled 2016 Trump voters, and 10% of them are voting for Yang this year. And this is right now, and we're not even at, it's still 6 months from the primary. So, yeah, if you want to defeat Trump, I say if Yang, the only difficulty for Yang is winning the primary. Once he wins the primary, he's going to sweep Trump easy. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good point. You're
Cool.
absolutely right.
Very good.
Anybody but Trump, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, I thank you so much. If you ever get a chance to listen to Andrew Yang,
Yeah.
I at least look him up and think.
Another thing that Andrew Yang wants to put in is ranked choice voting. And that's going to make it so that you can rank who you like from 1 to 10. And so that way it's not just either or, you wrote in last time I voted for Gary Johnson, just kind of as a protest vote. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can send you some information over the email and you can.
Man, yeah. So I'm glad we see eye to eye in so many things. I think the difficulty for your position is that a lot of Andrew Yang stuff is going on social media, but however you sound like an articulate guy. You're well connected to your community, and I think the challenge is going to be not getting shut out in terms of getting updates. And I would take down your address. I really do want to, but I'm actually not allowed to for campaign rules, FEC rules. Otherwise, I totally mail you some flyers and information. So my invitation to you is to, yeah. Okay, great. Mm-hmm.
At gmail.com. Thank you so much. I'm so excited that you allowed me to talk to you today. You gave me your email so we can send you this email. Because we're really passionate about this presidential candidate, and we think like a lot of the mainstream media isn't very honest or giving him a fair coverage. So we're taking this into our own hands to promote him and letting people know about him. So can I just confirm your email? Is it PECILIANAUD@gmail.com? Okay. Yeah, thank you so much. Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much, Priscilla. I really appreciate you talking to us today. Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to.
Yeah, have a good day.
Well, my heart's with you, my man.
I also saw that, so it was a video of my friend Yeah.
I
I
would.
didn't, I didn't even watch the Democratic debates until after I saw Joe Rogan. I said, oh, I better go back and see what he had in the debates. And I watched them on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm catching up, yeah.
You can get on the internet on UCSD.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. My name is Chris. I'm calling from San Diego. On behalf of the Andrew Yang presidential campaign, we're collecting polling information from Gene. Is Gene available?
Did you find out about the event through,
It's 2:15 an hour.
Where did it?
I thought it was 3 hours.
I just Googled Yang volunteer.
yeah,
I always thought it was East.
About events or something.
Yeah.
But then I went on, I don't know,
Oh, it's two.
I messed around. Yeah, I know what Facebook.
okay. So you can join San Diego Yankee.
It's Iowa, right?
Yeah.
Too, yeah.
Do you have it on Facebook?
Yes.
Okay, so, I don't know,
But,
if I go to Facebook, yeah, right there.
okay, let me add you on Facebook. It's like,
Yeah, they're just as lost as any old Joe, right?
I'm a volunteer for the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. We're collecting polling information. Is Sarah available?
Oh.
Okay, do you have a preference?
Hey, son. Hey, Jeffrey. Nice to meet you.
Oh, can you give me an idea of who she would vote for?
So,
Good to meet you.
hey.
So I'll just set up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll you guys have a script or something like that.
Yeah.
oh, yeah, we're gonna go. Oh, so you're already in it. Okay. So,
Let me just go.
okay, that's fine.
And he just always like pulls people. But like he brought like a card for the show.
Oh, just like
Yeah, so it's always sweet. Yeah, that's amazing. This is my first time at UCSD. Yeah. I love it.
So, I posted on the Facebook group a link, a master link post, and it has like the
Yeah.
guide on how to start calling and a lot of other information.
Hello, my name is Chris. I'm calling from San Diego, California. I'm a volunteer.
Treat others better than yourself. Yeah.
And we're collecting polling information. Is Linda available?
I think it's help.
Hi, Linda. We're collecting polling information. I'd like to know if you have a preference presidential candidate so far.
His whole thing is his whole platform slogan is humanity first. Right? Humanity first.
Okay. And do you know anything about Andrew Yang, Ryan?
We only reserved this room. Hopefully no one's taking that room. There's like really spacious.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's a great question.
Appreciate it.
He's the Asian American that's running for
Thank you,
president
sir.
also, with Elizabeth Warren and Beto O'Rourke.
People know you're not a robot. Except for people.
Yeah, but Kim's gonna teach them how to do it. And after they finish teaching.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. We're just collecting polling information. And you'll probably see him in the next debates.
Well, thank you for doing what you're already doing, and thank you for doing what you can. And just your support, just your moral support, definitely helps.
Or do some research.
It's a pleasure talking to you, sir. You don't underestimate that. Don't underestimate that. You know, it's all about hope. It's all about humanity. Yeah.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Maybe she's not. I'll just leave it right there.
I will go with you guys.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Hello.
All right. Yeah, you too.
My name is Chris. I'm calling from
Yep.
San Diego,
Thank you.
California. I'm
Have
a
a good one.
volunteer for the
Bye.
Andrew Yang presidential campaign. We're calling to get polling information, and I'd like to know if Joan is
Whoa.
available. Hi, Joan. I'm sorry to interrupt you on your day today. We're just collecting polling information. Do you have a preference for a president? Okay. Well, have you heard about Andrew Yang by any chance? That's about all. Well, listen, I don't want to take up too much of your time. If you get some time, please pay attention and listen to him. He'll be in the debates in Houston, and we think he'll be the best person for the President of the United States. But that's our opinion, and we hope that you'll do some research and research him. John, have a wonderful day, and thank you for your
Hi,
time.
my name is Levin. I'm
All right. Bye-bye.
hang up.
Where'd everybody go?
Oh, they're watching the video. Yeah. I had to watch it because it's kind of easy to,
Yeah, it's well put together.
and then we like give them our revised version.
Well, I think it's really good, like, everyone should be benefit from.
There's a lot of older people in Iowa, you know?
Yeah. The guy I talked to didn't have any social media. He didn't know his social security stacked on freedom dividends. So when I told him that, it was like, woo.
They're living on a whole other world.
Yeah. Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer for the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is Lori available? Quick hang up.
If I put it in lock in, it wouldn't lock me in, right?
I don't know, maybe
I am locked in. So if I think of it, it's locked in. I should-
something's in. Maybe I'm just thinking that.
Hello. This is Chris calling from San Diego. I'm a volunteer for the Andrew Yang.
Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer for the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is Jacob available?
I just got.
If they have an answering machine, make sure you get the word Andrew Yang into that message.
Oh, they said you're not supposed to leave it.
Yeah, you're not supposed to leave
Oh,
it.
you're not.
Yeah. That way they can call back.
Leave a message and then call back later and do like your password stuff. Usually they won't call back. Well, you won't, but someone can say, well, during the next days.
Hi, this is
Hello.
Levin.
My name's Chris.
I'm a volunteer
I'm a
with the
volunteer
Andrew
for the
Yang
Andrew Yang
presidential
presidential
campaign.
campaign.
Is Walter available?
Polling information. Click.
Let's see. Hi, this is Levin. I'm a
Hello.
volunteer with the
My
Andrew
name's
Yang
Chris.
political campaign.
I'm from San Diego,
Is Dita
California.
available?
I'm a volunteer for the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. We're collecting polling information. Is Elizabeth available? Oh, no. Quick.
Hmm.
Okay. That's it.
I guess I'm just not good at this.
I think you're good.
It's all a numbers game.
One or two
Everything
good ones
counts.
today, that's-
About three.
Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is Susan available? Oh, yes, thank you. Sorry. Let's see. Angry.
I'm a volunteer for the YangGang presidential campaign. Is Sheila available?
You brought burritos? Oh, sweet.
That's awesome.
And Asian food.
Thank you.
Hello, this is Chris calling from San Diego. I'm a volunteer for the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Okay, I was just collecting for polling information.
Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is Kirk available? Hi, Kirk. I'm just quickly calling to see if there's a candidate you plan on supporting for president in 2020. Would you be willing to share? Okay. Would you say you're not going to vote at all? Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate your time and have a good day. Yeah. What's that? Oh, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, have a good day.
Hello, this is Chris calling from San Diego. I'm a volunteer for the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is Terry available?
What should I say? Refuse to speak?
Okay.
So nice, though.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you so much. So I can take your time.
Quick hang up. Not interested.
Uh,
Not interested. These are great things.
yeah, right? I love those things. Breakfast burritos and egg tarts. That's perfect combo. Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is Robert available?
Hi, this is John in San Diego. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang.
Hey, Robert. I'm just quickly calling to see if there's a candidate that you plan on supporting for president in 2020.
Hello, this is
Would you be willing to share?
San Diego. I'm a volunteer for the Andrew Yang presidential campaign, and we're collecting.
Awesome. Do you have a specific candidate you plan on supporting?
All right, thank you.
Do you have a specific Democrat candidate you're interested in, or are you undecided? Okay. Yeah, it's still really early, right? So it's kind of a toss-up as to who's going to get it. Well, I'm representing Andrew Yang. I'm wondering if you've heard of him. Andrew Yang. Yang. Yeah, if you were, I guess maybe you didn't watch this. Did you watch the second Democratic debates at all?
He's got it now. It's like, this guy's.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he only, well, because the first half of the debate was just dominated by Kamala and Joe Biden. Andrew Yang didn't really shine until like second half of the debate. And, a lot of people after the debate are saying that Andrew Yang came out first, as in he won the debate. And after the debate, all the metrics, like his Google searches was first, his Twitter followers were first. So if it's okay with you, I just want to spend maybe like 15 seconds and tell him like what actually made him so popular during that debate. Would that be all right with you?
On behalf of the Andrew Yang presidential campaign, and we're collecting polling information. Is Esteban available?
Awesome. Yeah, that Asian guy. Right. He's the Asian. He calls himself the Asian guy that wants to give every American citizen $1,000 a month in what he's calling the freedom dividend. And the reason he's doing that is he noticed that in all the states in 2016 that went to Trump, what happened there was automation had displaced 4 million manufacturing workers in the Midwest. So all those Midwestern states, swing states that went to Trump, there, a lot of people are saying it's because of racism, it's because of identity politics. And while those are certainly one aspect of it, Andrew points out that there's a deeper aspect, which is just economic distress. And he points out that we're actually in a kind of a economic industrial revolution where software and artificial intelligence and automation is displacing manufacturing jobs. It's going to displace truck drivers. It's going to displace retail workers. It's closing down mom and pop shops while Amazon grows bigger and bigger and aren't paying any taxes. So what Andrew Yang wants to do is create a system where the gains in our automated economy are not just going to the big tech companies, but are getting trickled back down to every American citizen. And that's why he's instituting the freedom dividend. He's also a very progressive candidate, and he has a really fast-growing support base from both the left and the right. Like a lot of former Trump supporters back in 2016, over 10% of them are now switching over to Yang, and Yang's barely getting started in name recognition, as you know, right? And I'm just wondering, like, does any of that interest you? How does that land with you, what I just said?
Jeffrey, this is John. I'm a volunteer calling from San Diego with Andrew Yang's presidential campaign. I was wondering if Lloyd is available today to talk about.
Right.
Hi.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when I first heard this, I was like, is this vote buying? Right? Like, isn't that an old trick that, like, politicians in the old Western movies use? And and Yang says it himself, like, it does sound like a gimmick at first. But so, I thought it was a gimmick and I looked into it. And this policy is actually just one part of a larger movement of what Andrew Yang's calling human-centered capitalism. And it's really founded on the fact that technology is transforming our economy so that, we can do so much more, we can produce so much more with like fewer and fewer people. And so what that's doing is really our whole concept of work and what it means to be a valuable person in the marketplace. It's really transforming really fast. And, manufacturing workers have already gone out of work in large numbers. And our retraining efforts for manufacturing workers has not had a great track record. Andrew Yang, being an entrepreneur and a solutions math-oriented person, he cites a number that, of the 4 million manufacturing workers that got laid off, only 0 to 15% of them were able to retrain for other professions. And he studied this, the numbers, and he found out that over half of those people just dropped out of the workforce altogether. I think our workforce participation rate's at 65%, even though technically our unemployment and GDP numbers are at all-time highs. We also have all-time high in drug overdoses, in suicides, in low labor force participation. So all these signs have to do with the fact that technology is changing things. And it seems like Andrew Yang is the only one in the running who's up to speed on what's happening to our society at the large level like this. So yeah, I do understand like $1,000 per month. The way that sounds is, at first kind of weird.
Well, thank you for your time.
But what it does is it provides an income floor so that even if somebody loses their job, I mean, $1,000 a month would be $12,000 a year. It's not going to be enough to thrive on, and so it's barely enough to provide for the basics. So it just gives people a certain peace of mind. And the whole idea is to make every American a stakeholder and a shareholder of this high-tech economy, instead of just having the large companies own everything and people more and more get pushed to the sidelines.
Hello, my name is Chris. I'm a volunteer for the Andrew Yang presidential campaign, and we're collecting polling information. Would like to know if Lori available?
Right, inflation, right? Hmm. Yeah, and it's definitely good to be curious about like the side effects of something like this, right? And definitely inflation is one concern that many people have at first. I myself had this doubt too. Um, the difference here is that the $1,000 per month is coming from new taxes upon it's called a VAT tax, and so it's not printing new money. Inflation definitely happens when the Fed prints more money, but the freedom dividend is coming from well, right now the large companies like Amazon, Facebook, Google, they're making billions of dollars, but they paid zero in taxes on their profits. And this new tax is going to be able to harness a little bit of every, like a tiny slice of every Amazon sale, a tiny slice of every Google search, Facebook ad. And from that, it's going to be distributed evenly, making every American a stakeholder of the economy. And, if you'd like, and your question is definitely a really good one, and it does require some math. And I've come across a couple of articles, research papers around the inflation question. And so it's quite a nuanced discussion. And I'm glad that you're asking these questions. And if you're curious, I could send you some information about Yang that you can then, do some research yourself as questions come up naturally.
This is Chris calling from San Diego.
Would that be all right with you?
For the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is William available?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure with your life experience, you've seen it all, you've heard it all, and something that comes into your field, you can pretty quickly make the right intuitive decisions. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is Jeffrey. I'm a volunteer with Andrew Yang's presidential campaign. I was wondering if Ramona is available.
Yeah.
To talk about the election in 2020 today. Okay. Would you be available to talk about who you're supporting?
Mm-hmm.
If not, it's totally fine with us.
The exciting thing about Yang's campaign is that, and I just found out about this week, is that there was a poll that somebody ran for Trump voters in 2016. They were polled, and over 10% of them are now going to vote for Yang this year. There are only two candidates in the Democratic field right now that are converting Trump supporters in double-digit percentages. One is Andrew Yang, and Andrew Yang is barely getting started in terms of name recognition, and he's just about to take off. Since the last debate, a lot of people are saying that he won the second debate because his follower numbers, his support numbers jumped the highest after the debate. And yeah, it's a really interesting phenomenon. Being so divided as we are, Yang's actually able to convert a lot of Trump supporters to the other side. Yeah, and that's why we need people like you on board. Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Hello, my name is Chris.
My
And
name
you're
is
calling
Jeffrey.
Well,
your choice for president next year.
Wasn't Hillary supposed to be the sure bet last time?
President next year. Do you have a preference?
So I do. I mean, I don't. Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
thank you.
I'm sorry. Do you have a preference for President of the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right that it's gonna be a tough.
Hey, I was wondering if there's a
Mhm.
candidate that you plan on supporting for president in 2020.
Oh no, no.
Right now,
I appreciate your perspective. Yeah.
trying to gather some full data. So thank you for talking to us today.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough, and I respect your opinions and your views. I'm sure you have a lot to add to the discourse, having your experience in life. Um, yeah. So thank you for your time, and I encourage you to at least pay attention to Yang when he does come up in the news. He's already adding a lot to the conversation. So even if he doesn't win the primary, I trust that some of his ideas will at least improve the quality of our discourse.
Yes, it's Andrew. Right, his name.
Thank you, sir,
Yes, his name is.
and have a great day. Bye bye.
And he's an yes man. He's an Asian American, first generation, and he's in the debate with Elizabeth Warren and Joe Biden.
The future that he entails. So I was wondering if you would be open to taking in more information through email. Maybe I'll send you an email so you can get more information about him when you do.
Yes,
Okay, sounds good.
Joe Biden.
Sorry?
Okay.
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 Oh,
Very
okay.
good. I'm going to mark that in the log here, and I hope Andrew will be in the debate in Houston.
No. Okay.
Very good.
Okay, have a good-
Thank
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, 'cause
Bye-bye.
he doesn't actually unlike the other candidates, he's not heavily focused, at least right now, in putting ads on TV like other candidates. So I'm actually
You're way better at this than I am.
but yeah, thanks for talking to me today, and keep an eye out for Andrew Yang, and I hope you have a
You
good
can get
day.
on one call for like 10
Thank you,
minutes.
Kenneth.
I've gone through 10 calls.
I want to keep listening to how he initiates that, because something that he's doing is working.
I was just like, what?
Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is Kimberly available? Hung up.
Why are they still there?
They're listening, watching the whole video.
But it's like only
Hi, this is Levin.
Hello, this
I'm
is
a
Chris.
volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign.
Presidential campaign.
Is Catherine available?
Marlene available? Okay, thank you. Man, you gotta have a thick skin for this, you know it?
yeah.
Mhm.
You have to just realize, it's just a numbers game. If you can get one or two in a calling session, unlike Mr. Communications over here.
Yeah,
You should start paying me, putting you on the stuff.
last time I made like 100 calls. Oh, hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign.
Hello, this is Chris.
Is
I'm
May
a volunteer
available?
for the Andrew Yang
Or is it mine?
Presidential campaign. Is Jamie available? Hello?
No contact.
Hi, this is Jeffrey. I'm a volunteer with Andrew Yang's presidential campaign. I'm calling in from San Diego, and I'm wondering if
I don't have the Levin touch.
Levin's thinking, you're thinking about opening a session, right?
Yeah. Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is Marcella available?
It's a
Hi,
campaign.
this is Jeffrey. I'm a volunteer with Andrew Yang's presidential campaign.
Absolutely. Thank you.
If
All
Vanessa's
right,
available
bye-bye.
today.
Oh, hi. Hi, Marcella.
Oh, okay.
Am I speaking to Marcella? Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. And I'm just quickly calling to see if there's a candidate that you plan on supporting for president in 2020. Would you be willing to share?
How do you take them off the list?
Do not call. Do not call. You have to go to your set up the ending,
Go over here.
because you can only see the ones you've already done.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
Thank you.
But it worked last time, so.
I was working earlier, but then just a little sketchy.
Hi, this is Jeffrey. I'm a volunteer with Andrew Yang's presidential campaign.
Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is Alexis available?
Is Corey available?
Hi, am I speaking to Alexis right now? Hi, Alexis. Yeah, I'm just calling quickly to see if there's a candidate that you plan on supporting for president in 2020. Would you be willing to share? Um, the primaries, I think, are 6 months from today.
February.
In February.
I'm a volunteer with
Yeah.
Andrew Yang's presidential campaign.
Yeah. Is there a candidate that you like?
Hello. This is
Have you
Chris.
heard of Andrew Yang?
Volunteer for the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. It's Suvila.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Just letting you know.
February, we vote for the Democratic nominee.
I don't know.
Did you know there was an Asian man running for president this year that wants to give everybody $1,000 a month?
What would you do for $1,000? What would you spend it on?
His name's Andrew Yang. His parents are from Taiwan, and he was born in New England.
So good.
And yeah, he's running for president, and he's gaining a lot of support from both conservatives and liberals. And I'm wondering if you heard of this guy. His name's Andrew Yang.
Have you?
Hey, Chris, you got this.
I'm gonna do my laptop. It's not gonna work.
No?
Okay. Well, I wouldn't. Yeah. Hi.
Chris, it's okay. If they hang up, that's still the
Uh-huh.
information. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And so you haven't decided, and that's understandable because it's still early, right?
I got it ready to pay. Or I did have it.
So I'd like to tell you a little bit about Andrew Yang, if that's all right with you.
How'd you do that?
Yeah. So he's a entrepreneur. So he started a bunch of businesses when he was young, and then he started a nonprofit that helps to get America's best intellectual young people graduating from college and getting them to start businesses in underserved states like the Midwest. And what he wants to do is give every American $1,000 a month. And he's calling it the freedom dividend. And why he wants to do that is because a lot of jobs are being replaced by robots and automation. And already there's 4 million manufacturing jobs that got automated away in the Midwest. And all of those states happen to be states that then went to Trump in 2016. So Andrew Yang sees the problem where our economy is getting more and more automatic with software, with high tech, with self-driving cars and trucks, and self-service checkouts. So a lot of driving, truck driving, taxi driving, even retail. When you go to the grocery store, more and more people don't need a cashier there anymore. And so those jobs will go away. And then what are people going to do when they lose their jobs? So the freedom dividend is a way where we could get every American some of the value that's created by all this high-tech automation. Would you potentially consider him as your presidential candidate for 2020? As a possibility?
Hello, this is Chris calling from San Diego. We're calling to find out if you have a choice for president next year.
Okay. Yeah, you'll consider him later? I'm wondering if I can send you some information over email about Andrew Yang. Would that be all right with you?
Before you leave, though, let's take a picture.
Okay.
I can wait.
Okay. And that's fine. One last question. What is the most important issue about for you?
This cheap little pad
The fire? Is that the fire?
this? No, it's just a cheap pad that's Windows 8 or whatever. It's never been fast, but I can't. Well, it's working.
Which issue is most important to you?
I know my password is not working, so.
Hello.
Not
Hello,
sure.
This is Chris calling, a volunteer for the Andrew Yang.
By the way, I'm also a Taiwanese American, and I'm wondering, are you Chinese or is it Vietnamese?
No problem.
Oh, you're Chinese.
Andrew
Awesome. Do
Yang.
you speak Mandarin? 你会说国语吗？
Great, thank you.
一点点。你是说广东话的？
aren't like online and stuff. So maybe this is the only way you get.
OK，我只会说普通话。对啊，我只会讲国语，不会广东话。对，哎，你的国语还不错啊。对啊，所以我今天在跟你打电话的原因，就是因为有一位先生他现在在怎么讲？我的国语也不太好。他是在竞选总统，他名字是 Andrew Yang。
Hi, Jane.
他在竞选总
Find
统。
out who you have a preference for candidate for president.
他的父母是台湾人，他自己人是在美国出生的，然后今年他在竞选总统，很精彩，因为他的看法，他是在事业上有很多高科技的经验，也有很多
Well, we think that you're probably on the right track.
怎么讲 startup 创业是吗？他是开公司的生意人。那今年他在竞选，他已经赢过来很多，以前是上一次2016年有很多投给 Trump 的人，今年都听到 Andrew Yang 的看法，就觉得他其实很有道理。 所以有很多以前是投给 Trump， 以前也投给 Hillary， 也投给 Bernie Sanders， 很多人都今年都在支持 Andrew Yang， 所以就是我今天在这边打电话，就是想要把 Andrew Yang 的消息就是多传出去。So， 很高兴今天可以跟你聊聊天，希望你，有什么看法吗？有什么感想吗？OK。
Hi, this is Chris calling.
Okay.
Hi, this is Chris calling from San Diego. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang Presidential
那也好，那也好。
Is Michael
就是你在考虑的时候，就是注意一下这位先生就好。好，谢谢。
Okay. Well, we invite you to listen and do any research on Andrew Yang. We think he will be the best president.
Yeah. 多多考虑要。Yeah.
So if you have any questions,
好，谢谢你。It was nice talking to you.
I'd be more than happy to answer them for you.
Okay.
好，拜拜。
That's a good point. Well, listen for him in the presidential debates in Houston.
Oh man, I love it.
We hope that you really like him. All right.
Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is Willie available? Whoa. What happened?
Hello. This is Chris calling. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang President campaign. Is Pamela available? Hi, Pamela. We're collecting information about your choice. Who would be the best president?
Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is David available? All right, awesome.
Good. Have you heard of Andrew Yang?
Andrew Yang. And I'm just quickly calling to see if there's a candidate that you're already supporting for president in 2020.
Okay. Will you be watching the Houston debates that are coming up for the Democrats?
Okay, well, that's okay. I'd be happy to speak to you, too. We're just trying to get an idea of what's important to Iowans. And so I'm actually just calling to see if there's a candidate that you plan on supporting. Yeah.
We honestly believe he will be the best person for president that we've ever had.
Yeah, I'd love to hear.
Please listen to him, and he plans
Yeah.
to give everyone $1,000 a month if you're an American citizen for the rest of your life. And this is something that
Awesome.
is appealing to many, many Americans.
Yeah, and
Are you no, I'm still a student. Oh. Yeah, 71. I'm taking some CS classes right now. I'm minoring in CS.
yes,
So
we need the most solid candidate that can defeat
So
Trump.
that's the point.
just call it. Yeah.
Right.
I can't even get my results before it resets.
All right.
Okay. It just updated its iOS.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Before we leave though, we should take a pic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hear you.
Okay.
Right.
Hello, this is Chris calling from San Diego.
Agreed.
Volunteer for the Andrew Yang presidential campaign.
Agreed.
Is
And will you be voting in the primaries?
preference for president next year in 2020.
Okay. Wonderful. Well, I wanted to just introduce you quickly to Andrew Yang. I know that there's a lot of solid candidates this year. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, great. Awesome.
It would just be a list.
Oh, like you.
Is that something?
Mhm.
Yeah. Or just
Okay, I got you. Well, thank you so much. And if you get a chance
Yeah.
to listen to Andrew Yang in the debates, we hope that you enjoy it. All right. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really like Warren too. Yeah.
No, I mean, when did you get it?
Awesome. Awesome. Great. It's good to know you're so up to speed. Would it be okay, or would you like me to send you some email information about Andrew Yang? Okay. Great.
okay.
And if I may ask, what's the most important issue to you? Issue, like healthcare, economy, education, yeah. Beating Trump.
Hello, this is Chris, a volunteer for the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is Kia available?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Johnny did bring your laptop.
No, this is.
Oh. Yes.
Hello, this is Chris, a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is Daniel available?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That one works. I just was trying to be small and efficient, you know.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate your time, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you for sharing. Bye.
Okay. You know, Levin, can you hold on your call? Take a picture. Levin, can you hold on your call?
Okay.
Are you still on your call, Chris? Chris is. Are you?
Okay, group picture.
You guys are so far away and tiny.
Should we huddle? Let's huddle.
No.
How about,
Go on this side.
like, I don't know. We'll be backwards.
You mean silhouette over there.
Yeah, that just like that's good. Right? We can all gather on this side. Oh, he's still just going.
Omaha, okay. Do you have a presidential candidate? Yes, sir. Not undecided?
All right. Got one left. All right.
All right, well, listen, I hope you get a chance to, bye-bye.
Let's see. It's 1:00.
I do think Levin's trying to hold one in his house, so we might just move it to his house.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing one on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Sweet.
It's Wednesday now?
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see.
Sorry about that, I was right in the middle. Hello, this is Chris, volunteer the Andrew Yang President Campaign. Is Marjorie available? Click.
So I'll see you guys next week.
So you're ready? Yeah. Okay. Just gotta do it.
Actually, can I watch you for a minute?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I just do a very shameless name, just like
If you want to hear most of us, fine.
yes, lemon.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where it's at.
Alright, dialing back in.
So this Wednesday then?
Hello, this is Chris, a volunteer with the Andrew Yang President Campaign. Is Ryan available?
Hi, this is Jeffrey. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang Presidential Campaign.
All right.
I was wondering if Betty, this is Betty. Hello.
Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang Presidential Campaign. Is Dale available?
Cool.
Hi, Dale. My name is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang Presidential Campaign, and I'm just calling quickly to see if there's a candidate that you plan on supporting for 2020. Would you be willing to share?
Cool. Thanks for letting me know.
Okay.
If you're not too familiar with Andrew Yang, here's a little about him. I can talk to you a little about him if you're open. If not, okay. Okay. Thank you. I hope you keep an eye out on the next debate. Have a good day. Oh, so
Hello, this is Chris. Hi, this is Chris, volunteer with the Andrew Yang President Campaign. Is Daniel available?
Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang Presidential Campaign. Is Dale available?
Yeah, you just have this general. Is this menu? I think that's the best question to ask. Get that. All right. And because this part is just making sure the phone number is correct, that they're open. If some people would be like, take me off your calling list, we just take them off.
Hello?
You know, that will help us sift through the.
Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang Presidential Campaign.
Hello, Daniel.
Is Maxwell available?
Yes, sir. I'm calling to find out if you
Okay.
are a volunteer for the Andrew Yang.
Thank you. Well, I'd be glad to speak to you if you're willing to share. I'm just actually calling to see if you have a candidate that you plan on supporting for president in 2020. We'd like to know what's important to people.
Too busy today? Like no contact. Okay.
Not yet, so you're undecided. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
That's okay. Would you mind sharing who you do support?
Consider Andrew Yang.
We certainly respect your choices.
States coming
Yeah.
up very soon, and we think
Awesome.
he'll be the best president that we've ever had.
Yeah, I appreciate your sharing. And would you say you're firmly in support of Warren, or somewhat in support of Warren, or kind of undecided, but just
Platform of humanity for first, and he's very
Okay,
strong with
great.
military.
And if I may ask, okay, thank you for your time.
And he's from Asian, has a American Asian background. His family is from Taiwan. So he is extremely bright, and we believe that he will make the best president. So would you please take the time and do some research and maybe Google Andrew Yang if you get time? Very good, sir. I don't want to take up any more of your time. I hope you have a wonderful day. All right, bye-bye.
Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang Presidential Campaign, and I was wondering if Nathan's available.
All right, thanks so much. Is this John? Hi, this is Jeffrey. I'm a volunteer with Andrew Yang's presidential campaign. Is Ajit available today to talk about the election in 2020? And if it goes to like voicemail or anything like that,
Yeah.
just cut it. Like, just like go no contact.
the Andrew Yang for President campaign is Betty.
Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is Susan available?
Is Ashley free? All right, thank you so much.
Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential
Hello, this is Chris,
campaign.
a volunteer with the
Is
Andrew
Karen
Yang
available?
President campaign.
Hi,
Is Beverly available?
I'm a volunteer with Andrew Yang's presidential campaign. Is Sharon available today to talk?
All right, thank you very much.
Hello, Sharon? So there's also this option. If they say wrong number. Yeah.
Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang political campaign.
Hi.
Is
Chris, a volunteer
Deborah
with the
available?
Andrew Yang President campaign. Is Jake available?
Yeah. Then like, why would we repeatedly call them, you know?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Hi, my name is Gustavo. I'm a volunteer with the Yang presidential campaign. Is this Mary?
If you do wrong number, no.
Wrong number. Yeah, but that's just that's a script though, right? Like the right hand side.
But they're collecting that,
Yeah, they're also collecting
they're
that.
locking all of it.
Oh, they lock the script.
Yeah.
Alright. Because I assumed it was only the turncoats on the left hand side that are doing it. That's what I thought too. Okay.
I think they're collecting the script.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, alright. That's what I would initially thought. But sometimes when they say wrong number, I would also just ask them like, yo, do you want to talk about the election pipeline? Some people are open to talk a little bit about it. Just like,
Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is Kelly available?
Hello.
Oh, awesome.
Chris.
Well, I'd be happy to talk to you if you're willing to speak about whether there's a candidate that you plan on supporting for president in 2020.
yeah, I think we're
I'm sorry. Have you
Okay.
picked a president candidate?
Great.
for 2020?
Yeah, thank you for your time and have a good one.
Did you get a lot of water? Oh, mostly.
Donald Trump. Okay, very good. Well, thank you for your time. All right, bye-bye.
Thanks.
She was babysitting. So he had no time to talk and the baby was like getting in trouble. Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is Kathy available?
Hello, this is Chris. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang for President campaign. Is Tasha available?
Hello, it's they even have this radio. Breakfast radio, yeah. They're all the same, right? Yeah, it's right.
There's some ham and bacon and some beef.
Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign.
Hello.
Is Linda available?
Hello, this is Chris. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang President.
Pardon me, thank you.
Is Randy available?
Hello. Hello. This is Jeffrey. I'm a volunteer
Hello.
with Andrew Yang.
Hi, my name is Chris. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang President campaign. Is Randy available?
I had a woman yell at me and say it was too early. I think she was trying to nap.
Hello? Is that why you said pardon me?
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Kim. I'm volunteering.
Hi, my name is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is Alexander available?
Yes, I will. Thank you
You're
so
on
much.
Twitter. What's that? You're on Twitter. I have one. The YangGang are so smart. Yeah. Look like it. Hi, this is Jeffrey. I'm a volunteer.
Hello, this is Chris.
Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign.
Presidency, or are you still undecided?
Oh, okay. I got the wrong. Sorry about that. Well, I was wondering if you are interested.
Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is David available? Oh, hi, David. Oh, is this David I'm speaking with? Oh, yeah, my name is Levin, and I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. And I'm just calling quickly to see if there's a candidate that you plan on supporting for president in 2020. Would you be willing to share?
Hi, my name is Kim. I'm volunteering with the Andrew Yang campaign.
Okay, so you're undecided, right? All right, great. Oh, that's awesome. That's good to hear. And it's still really early, so it could be anybody's
Hi, this is
race right
Chris.
now,
I
right?
volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is Pushpa available?
Cool.
Hi, my name
Great.
is Cindy.
And are you aware of his? Yeah. Oh, you're eating. Okay. Would it be? Would?
So
Mhm.
I'm just trying to see if there's a candidate for presidency
Mhm.
that you're supporting, or are you?
Great. And would you like me to send you some email information about him, or are you already caught up?
Okay, great.
Okay.
Can you say that you're strong?
Great.
Or,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for speaking with me. Have a good one. Bye.
AI has 11. 111 AI just like calling people.
That would be cool.
Okay. Okay.
This guy is talking to me with a mouthful of, I'm guessing, burrito.
Hello, this is Jeffrey. I'm a volunteer. Is Raleigh available to talk about the election in 2020?
Okay, well, one of the ways in which you.
Hi,
Hello.
this is Levin.
This is Chris.
I'm a volunteer with the
Volunteer
Andrew
with the
Yang presidential campaign.
Okay.
Is Carrie available?
So, yeah, one of the ways in which this would be funded is a value-added tax on companies like Amazon and big tech companies. Automation has been replacing a lot of jobs, like retail, for example, manufacturing.
Hello. Hi,
Now,
this is Jeffrey.
like,
I'm a volunteer with Andrew Yang.
Hey.
Hello.
So that is one of the ways about
Volunteer with Andrew Yang.
Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential
This is Chris.
campaign.
I volunteer with the Andrew
Is
Yang
Judith available?
presidential campaign. Is Teresa available?
Yang for president campaign. I'm sorry.
I do agree with you. I think that the current system right now is actually in favor of, the 1% and of the rich. And so with this proposal, it would actually, yes, I agree. With this proposal, it would actually go to everyone. So, the middle class, lower class people who are just struggling to pay. It would be like, for example, that 10% value added.
Hello. This is Jeffrey.
Hi, this is
Hello, this is Chris. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is Robert available? Okay, thank you very much.
You have a minute?
Things like that they.
Hi, this is Jeffrey. I'm a volunteer calling in from San Diego.
Thanks, I really appreciate it. I wanted to ask if you have a candidate that you're supporting or if you're currently undecided.
Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign.
Can you tell me a little bit about Andrew Yang to start that?
How?
Yeah, what happens is with this proposal.
I got a
Hello,
fax
this is
machine
Chris.
shriek in
I'm
my
a
ear.
volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign.
Hi,
Is Jack available?
this is Jeffrey. I'm a volunteer with
Like that, so that will actually encourage businesses, like your mainstream
Does that
businesses,
sound kind of
in your neighborhood, and help people.
Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is Carol available?
Yeah.
Hi, Carol.
You know what's interesting, sir?
Okay. Well, I'm just calling to see if you have a candidate that you like for. Okay.
Yeah, Elon Musk actually posted that he is a supporter of Andrew Yang and of this universal basic income. And there are other tech companies and businesses that.
Hi, this is Levin.
This is Jeffrey. I'm a volunteer with Andrew Yang's presidential campaign. Am I talking to Harold?
Hello, this is Chris. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign.
Great, well, I appreciate
It's kind of a
Can I also ask you,
face
I
time.
agree with you.
Have you made a selection for a 2020 candidate for president yet?
What you're concerned about?
You don't have it, are you undecided?
Mm-hmm.
Undecided. Have you heard of Andrew Yang by any chance?
Yes.
You have not? Okay. Have you been following the presidential campaign at all?
Yes.
Is that what- Do you have any questions about it?
You know, one thing I want to mention real quick about
You don't have
healthcare
any-
is the drug
don't really
prices
care,
are
huh?
just extremely high in this country because of the problem.
Well, thank you for your time.
Fair enough.
And one of the proposals for Andrew Yang is to negotiate drug prices by the U.S. government to
What's
bring those
different?
down.
Oh, the red thing? Yeah. It's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, yeah, and it's the same, the quality of healthcare is not, any better than other countries, but we're spending so much.
Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is Jamaica available?
Yang's presidential campaign. Is Louise available?
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'd be happy to speak with you if you're willing to share whether you have a presidential candidate that you're supporting for 2020.
Hi, this is Chris.
Wonderful. Yeah, it's still early and there's a large field still, right?
Jane available?
I'm wondering if you've heard of a candidate named Andrew Yang.
Thank you so much, and have a great day.
No, you haven't? Okay. Well, if you haven't heard, Andrew Yang is he's running on the platform of Freedom Dividend, and which is to give every American citizen $1,000 a month to help him with the basics in life. And he's proposing this because he noticed that over 4 million manufacturing workers lost their jobs over the past 10 years. And it was actually in the very states where the most manufacturing jobs were lost, those states went to Trump in 2016. And so Andrew Yang is proposing this $1,000 per month for every American citizen to make every American a stakeholder in our economy, because what's happening is manufacturing has lost a lot of jobs due to automation. So more and more high-tech robots and software and artificial intelligence is going to be doing more of the work, and it's going to decimate jobs in manufacturing, in truck driving, in retail, and in call center work. So a lot of the entry-level jobs in our economy is going to go away. And there's no other politician out there that's speaking to this issue other than Andrew Yang. And I'm wondering, what's most important to you in the 2020 election, and has anything I said resonated with you?
Hi, my name is Kim. I'm volunteering with the Andrew.
Hello. This is Jeffrey. I'm a volunteer from San Diego. I'm with Andrew Yang.
Mhm.
Would you
Am I talking to Nancy today?
Healthcare.
Is there someone you're supporting for presidency, or you?
Yeah.
Okay, so real
Is it
quick,
working?
Andrew Yang is a non-career.
Yeah, okay.
He's
Yeah, sorry.
You know, a lot of Americans.
Mhm.
Hi, my name is Gustavo, and I'm volunteering with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign.
Is that something that you've heard of, or something?
Hello, this is Chris.
It's healthcare, right?
The Andrew Yang presidential campaign.
Yeah. Andrew Yang supports Medicare for all, and he's also, because he's an entrepreneur, and he understands our high-tech economy, and he's not a politician. So what he is super aware of is how the drug companies, the pharmaceutical companies, they're getting away with price gouging Americans because right now our insurance system is not, our government is not allowed to negotiate with pharmaceutical companies regarding drug prices. So Andrew Yang is definitely a champion for Medicare for all, and he's going to make it so that we can at least negotiate with these drug companies, and he's not going to allow the drug companies to charge Americans more than they charge other countries. Because right now, a lot of these drug companies, they're charging one price in other countries, but they're charging Americans like 10 times that amount, and they get away with it.
Hello, this is Chris. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is Olga?
Get a feel.
Okay. Have you made a decision?
Great. Yeah, he's doing a lot of campaigning in Iowa. If you like, would you like me to send you some information over email?
Okay.
Well, okay. Yeah. Let me get your email address.
Maybe Olga will get a chance to listen to the presidential debate on TV in the next 2 weeks.
That's such an amazing documentary. I want to watch myself.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's all right.
All right.
Yeah, and if I may just ask you one more question. So would it be safe to say that healthcare is your #1 concern this year, as far as the election goes? Okay, great. And would you consider Andrew Yang, knowing that he's going to fight for universal healthcare and he's going to fight to take drug prices down?
Yeah. Wow. Really?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, if you...
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, it's great that you're interested in talking with him. He's an Asian guy that was standing next to Biden and Kamala during the second debate. Did you watch the second Democratic debates?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, well, I appreciate your time. And yeah, if you ever see this guy, Andrew Yang, the Asian guy running for president that wants to give everybody $1,000 a month, yeah, just give him a bit of your attention. And I hope you have a good day.
Next year.
All right, bye-bye.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Kim from San Diego. I'm a volunteer for the Andrew presidential campaign. Is Barbara available?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, this is Levin. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is David available?
Yang presidential campaign.
Yeah.
Is Thomas available?
Hi, David. I'm just calling quickly to see if there's a candidate that you plan on supporting for president in 2020. Would you be willing to share?
Hi, Edward.
I must have a bad connection. I'm so sorry.
Candidate for presidency that you're supporting, or are you still undecided?
Donald Trump. Is that right?
Yeah.
Awesome. And I appreciate you sharing. Would you say you firmly support Trump or somewhat support Trump? Or firm? All right. Great, and thank you for sharing. And are you? Do you follow the Democratic side of things that's happening? The circus of the 20 candidates debating.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And are you aware of a man named Andrew Yang, the Asian guy that wants to give every American $1,000 a month?
Yeah. So like I said,
And
this will be
Hello, this is Chris. I'm a volunteer. Hi, I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign.
Yeah, it definitely is not enough to live off of.
Getting the drug prices down, he wants to
Mhm.
negotiate.
Oh, I am so sorry, I apologize.
US government
Thank you
Mhm.
so much for your time.
down.
Yeah. It's really fast.
Right, and that's definitely a concern that I had too when I first heard this policy. I'm like, is this guy trying to buy votes, and isn't the prices going to go up? And then so I did some research, yeah, and people who go and do some research around this topic, they quickly find that inflation goes up when you print new money, when you print more money, right? And the freedom dividend is actually not going to print more money, but it's actually going to harness the gains because Amazon and Facebook and Google, all those giant tech companies are making billions of dollars.
So robots,
Mhm.
automation, they're going to be 1,000,
Hello.
100 times better.
This is Chris.
Yeah, so it's not going to be just Amazon. Yep. Oh, you did the math.
So
Right.
recognize that there's huge transformation coming to not only factory jobs, but also retail jobs, fast food jobs, and truck driving jobs, because a lot of tech companies in Silicon Valley and across the country are investing.
Right, and pointing out these specific companies is just kind of a so the value added tax is going to be it's going to harness a tiny slice of every transaction in our economy. So yeah, you're right that Amazon, Google, those companies in themselves aren't big enough to support this policy, but our economy as a whole is being more and more automated by robots. Andrew Yang points out that 4 million manufacturing workers got displaced in the Midwest. And Hillary is saying everything's fine. Trump said, make America great again. And Hillary said, America's already great. When in fact, no, it wasn't. We've been losing jobs by the millions. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and nobody's talking about how software and high tech is decimating American jobs. We lost 4 million manufacturing jobs. Truck driving jobs is going to get automated by automatic trucks. Taxi drivers are going out because Uber is going to have self-driving cars.
Yep. Wow, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, my name is David. I'm volunteering with the YangGang presidential campaign. Is this Jay?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yep. And yeah, so what are we going to do, right?
Oh.
Right, and even people who want to work.
Oh, you like mathematics? That's so cool.
They do? Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, I don't
Oh,
know,
yeah.
but
Mhm.
one of Andrew Yang's slogan is math. So
Hello,
you guys have
this is Chris. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign.
Hi, my name is Kim. I'm a volunteer for the Andrew Yang
Yeah.
presidential campaign. I'm just calling quickly to see if there's someone you're supporting for president.
Yeah.
Or are you still undecided? Okay, great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a tragedy what's happening down there in Venezuela.
Is this Jerry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, our economy is the thing that sustains the people, right? So if it,
There's a Python programming meetup downstairs that I'm gonna head to. But
Hi, this is Chris. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is Scott available?
you like this stuff.
Oh, it's cool. Well, I'm glad that you came.
I'm just calling to find out Joe, we're just calling to find out.
Capitalism is the only efficient economic system that can sustain large amounts of people, right?
Yeah.
So you're undecided, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Undecided. Are you looking at Democrat or Republican?
Right. Yeah, I mean, as Americans, we are hardworking people. Americans want to work.
Yeah.
Americans want to work. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so Andrew Yang has a plan to get people. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello?
Hello, this is Chris. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Is Mary available?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, welfare is no good. Welfare traps people because you're absolutely right. Yeah. Yeah. The welfare trap, I personally know a few people that are in the welfare trap right now. And what I find most frustrating is like, when a lot of Bernie Sanders supporters, they talk about like getting minimum wage, a job guarantee, but what that's going to do is going to disqualify the people on welfare because there's a income ceiling, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a great
Oh,
point.
yeah, I totally understand. I'm a software engineer, so I feel like this kind of.
Yes, and we need to change that, correct?
It's interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, so it was a pleasure talking to you.
which is, like you said, it's a freedom dividend for every citizen of the United States. Whether you're rich or poor. It's the idea of laying a basic.
Hey, I appreciate your passion for our economy. I appreciate your passion for the American people. And, I just want to commend you for the energy that you have. I can sense that you really care. And what I want to leave you with is my parents voted for Donald Trump as well. And I myself was, I didn't directly support him, but I understood where he was coming from. And what I noticed is a lot of people that I know who voted for Donald Trump, including my parents, they're now rooting for Andrew Yang. And the thing is, Donald Trump is a good guy because he sees the problem. He sees that our economy is what's most important. And we can't, everything else is.
Going to pay for this through the corporate technology companies that pay zero in taxes.
Right.
And
He's a fixer.
So everyone will pay a little slice of an Amazon sale, Google search,
Yeah.
Facebook ad, just a slice, a small slice.
Yep, and Andrew Yang, exactly the same guy. He's a serial entrepreneur. He's not a politician. The Democratic establishment actually doesn't. They hate him. The mainstream Democratic media is trying to silence him. So it's really exciting to see that Andrew Yang is getting so much support from both left and right. And I encourage you to look into him as we go into the 2020 election.
Americans that make $120,000
Yeah.
a year. You come out significantly if you get $1,000 a month, even if they raise the price slightly on all these purchases. You're still so far ahead. Does that make sense?
Right, and that's why we as people during the primaries. Yep. That's why I'm making these calls. I'm an independent thinker myself. Yep, and that's the thing. The thing is, the people. We can give a finger to the Democratic establishment by voting in the primaries, and that's what we're going to do.
Now, the only other thing about this.
So yeah, I love. It's been a great conversation. I appreciate your energy, and keep an eye out for Andrew Yang because he's an exciting candidate to watch. And thank you for your time.
Central in the South, that where the
Yes, so
and Kentucky and Virginia, where the towns are just becoming less and less option. There's
Whatever
no-
you did, it was good. You gave me a lot of good ideas. What I can say if I got something, but I actually don't know.
Yes.
Then each of the towns.
Yeah, but take care and have a good day. I saw it. Yeah, he was very emphatic.
What did he say? What kinds of things did he say? Can you take a
He was
minute for second?
Yeah, I'm gonna hang up for a second because I gotta eat. Yeah. Yes, I would love a burrito. I gotta charge this thing. So yeah, he was a very strong Trump supporter. He had a lot of anger. He was talking real loud. So yeah.
Was he able to hear anything you said about? Did he get anything?
Somewhat. He still said he actually is aware of Yang and his policy, but he stuck on that $1,000 wouldn't work and it's a gimmick. But
$1,000 because it's not
he said
enough?
it's he said they won't be able to pay for it, and then I started explaining the VAT tax, but he was already he already decided.
What did he think about the VAT tax?
He didn't say much about it.
Oh.
He didn't respond to it.
That we can't pay for it? We can't pay for the $1,000?
Yeah, he's pretty adamant that's not going to work.
Do you think he really thinks it's a gimmick, or he thinks it's that it just it's like pie in the sky and we're not going to be able to do it?
Yeah, it's like that. That's kind of what I felt. It's more an emotional thing. Can really get him to think about it further.
Well, I like your thinking. I think that makes a lot of
Well, actually, you might have made a few hits.
Yeah, I think so.
You might pay more attention to Yang for next time you see him.
Yeah.
So your parents actually voted for Trump?
And my sister cut off contact with my mom because of that. But then my parents are now this year Yang. So yeah.
So how did the parents vote?
I just showed him a video, the Joe Rogan video.
Oh, that's what I watched. That's the one that sold me.
Yeah, I feel like Yang sells himself basically when you just get people to watch
If
it.
he's in a normal conversation, he's doing it like in a formal.
Yeah, in the debates, I mean, he did a lot better the second
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
But it's like, he has the time, it's like, some of the stuff he needs to say is so complex that you can't say it in a short sound bite and have to get it. And that Joe Rogan thing, he was able to take as much time as he needed to explain whatever he needed to explain, and it came up. It was totally convincing to me.
Yeah, he's so good on the long form. I tell everybody to cut all the noise, just go through his long form interviews.
Yeah, so what other long-term interviews have you noticed that again?
So if they're conservative, send them to Ben Shapiro. Joe Rogan's a great general one, but Ben Shapiro's great.
I'm actually afraid of referring people to Joe Rogan in case they're. Joe Rogan's.
He's like
because of the weed
a guy's
issue
guy.
and stuff like that.
The what?
The marijuana issue and stuff.
Okay.
Some people might get turned on by it or no.
I don't know. Maybe. But Joe Rogan, I guess his main audience is men. They're like the Oprah for guys.
Oh.
So somebody else might be the Rubin Report. There's a Rubin Report. And then NPR did an interview. I think NPR is great. NPR is great for liberals.
Okay, that's good. I haven't seen the end part yet.
The NPR was just the other day, a couple of days ago.
So his feeling is that, well, if we supply a basic.
Yeah, actually, people shouldn't have that much problem.
Make sure to catch up on the next debate.
The way the needs are in sorry. Here the pharmaceuticals stuff.
Opioids.
Yeah, opioids. It's actually a lot safer for your health.
Yeah.
Then we're going to.
I used to smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah, I smoked weed when I was a kid, but I really didn't. And then I got worried about my lungs.
Yeah. What's your name?
Lynn,
Levin.
Levin. It's like, it seems like you have some good experience doing this already.
Yeah, I'm a communication coach. I actually teach about like conflict mediation and things like that. So like yeah, I'm just like just find agreement, you know, affirm the other person's point of view. Like
I got some, I'm trying to think of the words. Because I didn't know how far you could go with actually getting into a conversation with people.
yeah, and you don't really need
And
to
it probably
like.
depends though on, but I think it's good if you can, if they
Mhm.
want to. I
Yeah,
mean, if they're open.
for sure. And it's fun too.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. I got to practice speaking Chinese. Did you hear that part?
You what?
There was a lady that had an accent, so I asked her where she's from, and so I started speaking Chinese with her for a little bit.
Oh, wow. Where are you from?
Taiwan.
Are you?
Mhm.
How long have you been here?
Since I was 8, like 1989.
Wow.
Mhm.
Since you were 8. How old are you now?
38. 38. So I've been here 30 years.
Well, that's what's happening.
You look a lot younger than your age.
Thank you.
Like 20s.
Yeah. Thank you.
So how did you first find out about it?
My friend showed me Joe Rogan,
That's a good way to find out.
and immediately I was like, because I had already been reading up on automation. I used to work for Amazon Robotics,
Wow.
so we were automating warehouses.
Yeah. What was that?
They're based in Boston, near Boston, in North Reading.
How did you get here? How long have you been here?
I went to UCSD in '04, and I recently moved into town like 2 years ago.
How did you get San Diego?
This is the best.
How did you
Seriously,
know? How did you know it was the best? Because you went to school here.
I went to school here, and I, visited, every now and then. My mom also lives in Sorrento Valley, so like real close.
So your parents were here the whole time?
Well, my mom's been here like 7 years, 8 years, because my stepdad got a job at the Naval Hospital. So,
And how about your dad? What did your dad?
my dad moved back to Taiwan, so he lives in Taiwan now.
How did they come here in the first place?
We all came here as a family in '89, immigrated.
And did your dad have a job here, or he went to school?
They
here,
both
or-
came here without a job, and then my
Did he have
dad,
a degree in anything?
yeah, my dad was he's a writer,
Oh, wow.
and then my mom is now an ultrasound tech.
Huh. Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah.
there's a lot of people who come to Taiwan, right?
It's a good amount.
I used
I
to
think
have a
there's more
roommate.
in LA area, but there's quite
I
a
was
bit.
in Texas. I had a roommate once who was from Taiwan.
Okay,
But she was a student, so it's like a lot of people that come from Taiwan.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, then you voted for,
I voted for Gary Johnson last time. Mhm.
I'm glad you managed, I'm impressed that you managed to convince your parents.
Yeah.
It's like, and that was a Joe Rogan thing? No, when did you show them?
I think I
Somebody
showed him
you
Joe Rogan, or maybe a few short clips first.
Yeah.
But my mom's like addicted to Yang now. She's like, she watches a lot of videos and stuff.
Yeah, it's like after I saw the Joe Rogan thing and I understood who he was and what he's trying to do. Whether he can do it or not, I'm not sure, but I know what he's trying to do. And it's like I had to find everything I can. And it's like I got really interested in what he's trying to do. I can identify
It's funny
with him.
because Andrew Yang himself he's not very caught up on Taiwanese stuff, but the culture in Taiwan is interesting because they have a female president, and it happened without any fanfare. There wasn't a lot of like uproar or hubbub about it. It's just So
She
like,
just happened to run and she happened to get it because she was good.
yeah, she was good, and yeah, and there's something to be said about like, even though he was born in the States, and I don't even know if he's been to Taiwan, but like his parents are from Taiwan, and that kind of culture kind
I
of.
think his dad is back in Taiwan now.
Oh, is that right?
Or maybe they go back and forth, because I saw some video clip that had pictured his dad in Taiwan.
And Taiwan's like a really underrated place.
Yeah.
It's like not visited by tourists a lot.
Would it be kind of like Hong Kong or not?
It's kind of like it's Hong Kong, but it's completely independent. Well, China wouldn't say so. But
Yeah, they would like to do something to turn it around.
But it's like Andrew Yang's like personality and character. I could definitely see like the cause and effect of like the experience of being Taiwanese is very interesting, because it's a democratic republic. It's very high tech. It's very capitalist. And then on the other side of the street, you have China, which is like this communist, fascist dystopia. I mean, they're getting a lot better now, but back in the 80s, it was really bad there in China.
Can you look at Yang and because he seems pretty American, because he grew up in America, but I mean, in upstate New York. Can you pick out things in his personality or the way he talks or anything that remind you of Taiwan, or does he seem?
Well, he reminds me of a Taiwanese American. It's different,
So how would be the difference in a Taiwanese American and a Taiwanese?
Well, I think he has a lot of the positive stereotypes of like being really smart. He's good at math. His parents, his dad's a researcher, right? Like
His dad
engineer.
had 69 patents for IBM.
And what I like about him is like he doesn't just pretend like race and ethnicity and culture is not a thing. Like,
Yeah,
he owns it, but he also doesn't focus on it, but he just kind of owns it.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, right about being the opposite of Donald Trump. It's amazing and like now. That's learning it.
Yeah.
And
How did you come to? Is it Joe Rogan when you first?
Yeah, Joe Rogan was the first thing I saw, and then I started trying to find. I like watching interviews, and so I just typed in Andrew Yang's name and interview to see what I find. And some of the things, sometimes I just get totally amazed at the way that he the grasp of politics. Well, I mean, when some news anchor or somebody who's trying to interview him and trying to make it look bad, he can turn it around every time. And then the guy will say, "Oh, but our women is doing much better now. It's really good." And then he starts talking about how it's been crashing since 2000, right? And, what the statistics say and what the graph says. And it's like, he wins every time. If somebody tries to beat him on statistics, they can't.
Yeah. He doesn't fall for any of the baiting of the like interviewers always want to bait for certain types of answers, right?
Yeah, and he doesn't fall into that.
He doesn't fall for it. Tucker Carlson likes him, and Ben Shapiro likes him. And it's funny because I think it's the liberal media that, like, anybody who gives him a chance ends up liking him. But liberal media is like hasn't opened up to him yet.
The liberal media thinks he's.
I don't know what's the deal. I think the establishment.
Backed by Silicon Valley, right?
Yeah, he has a lot of techies, but even though you see, it's funny because he rips on Amazon and big tech, but big tech supports him. because
Well,
he's
I
right.
always think it's not Jeff Bezos that's, I don't know how to say his name.
Bezos?
I don't think it's Bezos. Jeff Bezos that's approved. Yeah, I don't think it's the guy way up here. I think it's all the tech workers who know that they're making things that are going to put a bunch of people out of work. And they're just doing their job.
Right.
They don't want to see people put out of work, but they also know how fast it's going to get here, which they're running the mills much better than didn't we years? In 5 years, or within 12 years. I like his point at the end of Joe Rogan. What happens if you do it too soon, or what happens if you do it too late? And you say, "Oh, I'm sorry, we can't put civilization back together."
Right.
Because
We broke it.
I'm sorry, we acted too late. What was it you liked best about the Joe Rogan tape?
I was most impressed by how he cut through race. I think that the race is the thing that's always in gridlock.
Yeah.
Like, people are screaming injustice. Like, there's a very fatalistic view that the racist is a racist and the racist is irredeemable and they just need to disappear or die. But Yang's like, like when people are under economic distress, bigotry goes up, IQ drops.
When they're under economic stress, what goes up?
Bigotry,
Bigotry.
like racist views.
No,
Like,
because they're acting out of fear.
right. When people are fearing survival, are antagonistic, it's easier to like.
Yeah.
It's convenient to group people together.
Yeah, I saw one that he did at a conference. That was, I forgot the name. I don't know if it was a church or it was like a mostly black conference, and probably it had to do with the church. But anyway, he was saying because they were saying wanting. His response was exactly what you were just saying. It was like if we can come up with a society where it's not a society of scarcity, it's a society of abundance, it's scarcity, people start relaxing and being able to get along together better.
Yep.
Just because there's a feeling of abundance.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be
feel like you have to fight for
antagonistic.
what's yours, right?
Yeah. It's more collaborative rather than antagonistic.
Yeah, and you're right. That's the real thing. Is every single policy that it has comes from this overall philosophy, and it's like it all fits together, right? This guy is really thought out, and he knows where all the connections are.
Right.
And if you ask him any question, he can take it from there to back to the dividend freedom. He knows how the freedom dividend is connected with everything. The guy's a genius, actually. It's like,
Number one, he literally is a genius. Like, in terms of raw IQ score, he is actually a genius.
what's his raw IQ score?
I forget, but like I saw a post, a social media post about his GMAT scores
Yeah.
and his LSAT score, the law school exams, and he's like 99 percentile or something.
Yeah, he's one of those people that are being Mensa, right?
Yeah, some probably. Damn. But then you also have to watch out for people like that, because when a smart person uses their intelligence for like selfish means, that happens a lot too. But this guy. Sheepdog burritos. Can we chip in some for the burrito? Thank you. Nice.
What did you say? What did she say?
There's pears.
Oh, okay.
Asian pears.
Thank you.
How's your dad now?
Yeah.
Taiwanese. What about you?
Did he ever?
Okay. Mixed.
Yeah, my grandfather's TNT.
Okay. Yeah. Mhm.
But my parents were raised in China.
Cool.
Yeah. So all my cousins are Chinese.
Yeah. Have you?
Yeah, my dad's family is Taiwanese, and my mom's came from mainland during the Civil War.
Oh yeah.
It feels funny talking about that. Why does it feel funny? It's like talking about history and stuff.
Yeah. And my wife's Taiwanese.
Mhm.
Yeah, if
So
you,
she
like,
just
I have
shits on mainlanders all the time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
surprised.
I was born in the United States, so
It's not as wonderful as
ABC.
The mainlanders shit on us and we shit on them. It's kind of like the U.S. and Canada.
I think it's a one-way hate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think mainlanders actually
just
really
like
like
how
Taiwanese
an
people.
American citizen would need to wait 18
Yeah.
years to get the freedom to live in.
Yeah. It's a popular place for them to visit.
Yeah.
Well,
Most Taiwanese people I know, including my wife, are not fans of mainland China.
right.
That's way too long.
Yeah, they've had it hard.
But still, it's kind of like, yeah.
What's the difference between your mom and your dad? Your mom's from
It
where?
does also want to straighten the border,
My mom's family lived in mainland China,
but also just
and then during the Civil War, when Mao's regime took over, because my grandfather was in the National Air Force.
Your dad was already in Taiwan.
Yeah, my dad's family had been in Taiwan for a long time.
yeah.
So your mom was lucky she got she made it to Taiwan, right?
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of stories there. Yeah. Take a break.
You have the gift.
He's a communications person. Did he tell you he coaches communications? Yeah, look at that voice.
That will probably not
I'm like,
persuade too many Republicans to be like, no, I don't want this plan. I think
Brutal.
this plan
That's just brutal.
garner support from those.
I think
No.
I think even before I sit down and do this series, I'm gonna do most of my calls from home instead of trying to come here. Because I live downtown, it's hard to get here. But I'm waiting for them to do another, what do you call it? Phone making party or something closer to where I live.
Where do you live?
I live Moore City Colleges downtown.
I'm in PB, Pacific Beach, and I'm starting a party on Wednesdays.
That might be easier for me. Can I write it down?
Yeah. Do you have, let me see. How should I get it to you? Should I get your phone number?
You want my computer?
I know, I
You
was
want
like,
my laptop?
What do you use to communicate mostly?
mine went longer than 5 seconds. I was happy. I'm like, okay.
So
Well, I
what
can
do
just tell you the information.
Yeah, just write it down because I actually have the wrong phone with me today.
Okay, I'm halfway
I can give you my phone number though, my phone number at home.
Okay, 2 p.m. to
And I'm also
9
like,
p.m.
now that I know how the system works, I'll probably.
952.
So I'll make some more extra calls.
That's right. It's just,
Um,
that was my third one, so not a problem, but still. You know, it's like, it just.
That's my number.
There's such a delay when you talk. That I actually hear myself echo when I'm talking. And
Phone bank.
I'm not sure if it's AT&T or if it's.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
That would bother me.
So how many people do you have showing up on Wednesdays for?
Let me see.
AT&T.
AT&T?
I got them once. It's not all the time.
Which provider is yours?
T-Mobile,
Oh, T-Mobile.
Yeah. but T-Mobile's bad. So
Oh, really?
yeah. Always recommend it.
It's cheaper, like,
It's
I thought
just
Sprint was supposed to be cheaper, but I don't know. Man,
Maybe you get it for like food or I'll help you out with some food.
I know.
Kim brought
Right now, there's
thank you.
4 of us.
It's so young.
Okay. If
So
I,
far.
if I give you my phone number at home, can you just send me a text?
Yes.
Okay, so,
You can get texts?
yeah, I
Okay.
got text on my phone number at home. I have the wrong phone with me, but anyway.
Mhm.
My phone number at home is, what did I just do? I hit something.
Oops.
I'm much better when I can.
619
ask questions and stuff. But if you can't get
646
anybody to
2021. Okay,
you know, it's like.
and then to get that to
Yeah,
text,
when you have the person.
how do you
come
get
up, they
that to
cannot just,
text?
stop, right? I mean, they can, but.
Actually, let me save your. What's your name?
Elaine Maxwell.
Okay.
Oh, never been.
Because it's, people there are
My
really
name is
slow.
Stefan volunteering with the Andrew Yang President.
Where is it in the States? Is it like the middle part of the country?
Yeah, yeah, it's a corn belt, you know, it's where they farming and
Gotcha.
corn.
Okay.
You know, they just, the
I'll
standard.
send you the link to this.
It's very rural.
I'll text you the link to it.
I'm not from the country, so
What's the
I've been to
link?
Brazil.
The website for the event.
Oh, okay, you got a website.
Are you working on that?
I'm working on the
But
company
it's just
I work
like
for is through my green card. But
this one, but
It'll be at my house.
yeah, I know, but it's
So at least
still in the Yang.
I know.
The link is in Yang 2020.
No, it's on meetup.com. I'll send you a screenshot of the thing too.
The company I still work for, it's called VTF.
CBS?
VTX. It's a commercial real estate software.
Anyway, what my thought was,
So
I bought his book, and before I make any more calls, I'm going to go ahead and read his book, make sure I know what he's saying, what his motivation, and everything back and forward, so I can tell little anecdotes if they're appropriate.
That definitely helps. I also wouldn't it's not too big a deal if you just stick to the script is really easy.
I know,
You know?
I understand the main thing
Yeah.
about the script is like, hi, I'm Elaine, I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang.
Yeah, it's mainly to collect information.
Yeah, I understand that, but I just wanna feel secure in knowing what I talk. Feeling like I know what I'm talking about if somebody does ask me a question. And it's like, then that makes me more confident. And I know I'm not supposed to do that all the time.
Because it leaves the environment and you.
But if it comes up, I want to be able to do it.
And you, yeah.
But I
And also
understand,
like for me,
I
like
heard
a lot
what you
of
did.
my.
And you, a lot of times, that's the main thing you did is say, oh, you said things like, I agree with you, sir.
Yeah.
I'm going, that's a good thing to do.
Always agree.
And then, oh, and there's still, it's still early and there's a large field. And I'm wondering if you've heard of this candidate. I thought that was pretty good. And so, you know, it's like, so, it's like when they, like if they give you a vague answer, then something like that's what's the most important thing in the 2020 elections. If they don't know this narrative, then it might be good to know to find out again.
Yeah, that's the part see, that question is in the script, but it comes up later. Like after you grab their email, then they ask the person like what's most important to them. But I feel like that should be like the first or second question.
It's amazing, yeah.
Collaboration with JPL.
Did you say this or somebody said, would it be safe to say that healthcare is your main issue?
Yeah, I said that because like earlier they were talking about healthcare.
And this Trump guy, he said, do you follow the Democratic?
Yeah.
Follow the Democratic.
I said circus too. 'Cause I'm like, are you following this Democratic circus?
But anyway, I know that all I really have to do is say I'm a volunteer and I'm with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if
So that
whatever their
these
name is, if they're available.
right. So this stuff is the
That's the script.
the script will be on there. Yeah.
Okay. And then, the reason, okay, but the reason I bothered to write it down, I wanted to get it in my brain so that I feel comfortable with it, so that it's like second nature instead of sort of hesitating what's something.
Yeah. I mean, it just takes like by the second day it'll be because this was also I was just stumbling through the first full day, but now I've said it like hundreds of times, so it's like I might be dreaming about this. Hi, this is Levin. That's how I greet my friends.
Yeah, it's going to show up in your dreams, right?
Yeah.
The people you talk to show up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Have you Can you remember anybody that's like you had so many really interesting conversations?
I had this guy that he didn't have any social media, so he didn't know that the freedom dividend stacks with his social security.
Oh, okay.
So that was a very important piece of information for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was living off of his social security.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm getting social security. And when I think it first came out, they were going to
at first. Right.
That, and so somebody realized that, oh, there's people on Medicare who can't pay for their food because they're having to pay so much money for drugs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or they're having to choose between food and drugs.
Right.
You know, they're that type. And so then they decided, I guess Yang decided. I don't know who decided, but when did they decide?
I'm not sure. I think he took feedback from people.
Good for him.
Yeah.
That tells me he's listening. It's not just something he made up.
Yeah, for sure he's one of the few that listen.
Okay. So when did you start doing this? How long did you start?
For filmmaking?
Filmmaking.
Last Saturday here.
Really?
Yeah.
You've only been doing it a week and you're that good.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing a lot of other communication type stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
So you're. It's a good way for me to learn to just listen to other people first. And then
The other thing I've been doing is on Twitter. I've been on Twitter all day, all night.
Really?
And I want to create like a little communication coaching series for YangGang.
Okay.
Because, you know, I know the techniques to go into a Twitter argument and get people to come to the same page.
See, I really want to learn how to do Twitter, but I haven't done it yet. So, I mean, I think what I know is that my generation they still like Facebook and whatever, and not very.
So you left your smart home? Do you have a smartphone? iPhone? Anything?
I got an Android.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I had two Android.
Yeah, bring it with you. I can help you get Twitter.
Now I'm going to need a headset here, right? Or something like earphones or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What's the best thing to do, like at your house?
I have my headphones. These are headphones.
So you can plug it in your ear and you talk into it.
Because the microphone's here.
Okay. So I'm going to have to get that for one of my phones. And where's a good place to get it?
There's Best Buy really close to here.
Okay.
It's like 5 minutes away.
Or if I was going to, what kind do you have? I could order something. Okay. What
Do you want wireless or?
You know, I have some wireless headphones that are Sony, but I don't know, but it doesn't have a microphone with it, so I can't use that, right?
Yeah, you need a microphone. But bring it with you anyway. Maybe it does, because a lot of them do these days. But it's not obvious because it's like inside it or something.
Huh. Okay. Well, I'll bring whatever I have.
Okay.
You know, but anyway, the brand name you got is what?
This is Bose.
That's an expensive one, right?
Yeah, this one's pretty high end. But you should be able to get a good pair for like under $30.
So, and how much?
You don't have your phone with you, right?
Well, I have a different.
Let me see it.
We were building massive data arrays, and now it's involved. And then ASICs, application specific design. And then I got, like I said, I fell into the AI world and it was awesome.
Crazy.
If you're in this industry, you're gonna do, I mean, I get so many calls.
There's someone, yeah, I get emails from recruiters, like,
There's so much opportunity.
Yeah, no,
It's unbelievable.
it's gotta train the truck drivers, right?
okay.
They're gonna get into software for sure.
Is it
Just a sprint.
Mhm.
This is just a Sprint.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a standard headphone jack.
Okay, just take that with me.
Mhm.
They like tried them out without telling you.
How much did the Bose cost?
Oh, yeah, yeah, for like 2 months.
These were like $300.
Oh, okay. Because they're, oh, I know what they have.
It's like, do
They
something
come
without
out.
telling you what they go.
better than Sony did, like they have noise cancellation and all kinds of stuff. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's actually like a video, right?
Um,
Right? Like no one's gonna
Is it
know.
time to go? It must be time to go, right?
Yeah. What are we? We're going to 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Just 45 minutes.
Yep.
Well, then I'm gonna let you make some more phone calls.
All right.
Or I might just
Levin,
take
you're
two
the,
more notes.
you're the man, man. I'm telling you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna create like a communication coaching little series because I've been on Twitter a lot also,
Oh, I'm on Twitter. Massive.
and
What's your Twitter?
Levenade, Levenade. I think we're already.
Yeah, you can phone each other.
Yeah.
Mine's CSDK 1111.
Okay.
It's a weird one. But I've spent 90% of my time on Twitter, just because there's so much there, you know,
Right.
so many people with so much things going on.
So I think like some of the things that I say, there's a couple of just principles, which is just agree with the other person no matter what,
You got it.
and then
You got it, man. Really, man.
so and all that applies to Twitter also. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I get sometimes I get really irritated and I just burn back, you know.
Mhm.
Like,
I did that the other day, and I felt like at first I felt so good because I cut somebody down with my words, right? But then I thought about it, I'm like, I probably just turned them away from YangGang forever, you know. So I'm like, oops.
I like to get into the Trump tweets
Hmm.
and start saying, you know, stuff like, do you honestly really believe this is really going to do anything? And can you honestly believe that this is really working? And do you really see the future in doing this? I just start throwing stuff out there,
Mhm.
just dropping it into those.
What I was doing with Trump threads is I pointed out that a lot of my Trump friends and family have switched, and it's because Yang is better for Trump. Yang is better for Trump's base than Trump himself.
And one of the reasons why, which I didn't hear you say, which I think is welfare. So what's happening is that with UBI, we'll start pulling people off of welfare. Republicans, conservatives love to get rid of welfare. One of their pet peeves is government subsidy.
Yep. So yeah, that whole strategy of finding the
reduce welfare, you know. The other thing I was going to say is that Yang sort of takes. I was going to just tell you about the other one. It wasn't just welfare, but it was.
Okay.
It'll come to me in a second.
Totally understand.
But there's so many things that why Trumpers are coming over to Yang, you know, just the idea of capitalism, capitalism from the ground. When they say UBI, they're like, socialist capitalism starting.
Hello.
Reviving middle America, reviving rural creating economies, local economies, you know.
Yeah,
And that's
probably a better angle to introduce it at, because when you first say he wants to give people money, they're like,
exactly.
But then if you're saying he wants our economy to be trickle up,
And we're going to be fighting this all the way because people are going to constantly be saying, it's government handouts, government handouts, government handouts. It's a revolutionary new economy. That's what it is. You know? Anyway, I can go on. I love that part of it. When I started hearing this rationale behind how it's creating a whole new economy, you know, in America, that just also hit home, you know. And then with all these side effects, right? Raising the level of poverty, giving people a chance to continue
I'm a volunteer with
to grow. There's so much. It's so
And also
deep.
doing it
it's deep.
without a lot of bureaucracy. It's like saying that the government is good at really one thing, mailing out checks.
Exactly.
Dependable.
Exactly.
So we should lean into that.
It's easy. We don't have a test-based approach. We don't have to have rules.
And we don't have to have a caseworker come every year to check to see if they're still eligible.
There's no question. There's no overhead.
There's no income trap.
That's the best part.
It's brilliant. It really is. It's brilliant.
Hello. This is Jeff.
I mean, he just sat down and figured out what we played the Rust Belt, and there it was. I don't know how he did it.